Good afternoon, beautiful souls. Alright, I'm just going to do a little bit of admin before I start. If you are watching this part, you are watching the replay. And if you are watching the replay, close your eyes, ask your question, and just scroll through until it feels like it's the right spot to stop. Trouble speaking already today. And that will be your message. Or you can watch the whole thing from start to finish, because there are always nuggets of gold in these readings all the way through for anyone who's watching. So, okay. There we are. Just bringing up comments. Hi Belinda. Happy New Year to you too. I don't want to sound very excited about 2024, but it will be my year of abundance this year. So, and all the stars seem to be aligning. So I am interested to see how it plays out. I was very interested to see how 2020, no, actually, I was really excited about 2023, and it was a massive year that didn't look anything like I thought it was going to. So just being more moderate with my words. Hello, beautiful Phil. I am doing readings, so just give me a yes, please. What I'm also doing is a little bit of a competition. So if you feel called, I would love it if you share this video, and if you share the video, comment shared down below, and your name will go into a draw at the end of the month to win one of my free mini readings, to win one of my mini readings for you for free. So if you are here and you would like to share it out, and just let me know that you shared it, and your name will go into the drawer. So very excited to be able to bring that to you guys as well. And I also wanted to let you know, hi Patricia, I also wanted to let you know before I start doing readings that I have a New Year's January special on my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings. They are $50 for a 30-minute Zoom reading. They are fast, they are furious, they are in-depth, and they are glorious. So, if you would like one of those, I have shared the link in the description of this live stream. And let's see, I might just pop it in the comments as well while I'm here. Now you have to excuse me. I don't know if you saw my last live stream, but I do have my new teeth in, and they have a whole lot of extra going on. So I do have this little lisp going on at the moment until we put in the next set. So I'm really conscious of it because it feels weird and it sounds weird, and it impedes in my talking, which is something that I always do that's really important to me. So I like to give everyone a heads up. So I'm just going to write down Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. They are a little bit strange, and my teeth are a little bit strange, and they're not right. Let's just put it that way. They're not right for me, so we are fixing them. I do have a couple more steps to go now, so it's a matter of patience. Anyway. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. The computer seems to be running nice and slow today. Oh, it was you, Leanne. And Patricia. See, that's what happens when I don't have my comments in front of me. Hello, beautiful Leanne. Okay, I do have a little bit of a sniffle. You'll be fine, it's a process. I know. Like, I walked out of it and I was already like, there's something I have to learn here. No, there's more. Excuse me. Okay, so, hello, beautiful Maddie. Hello, beautiful Annie. Oh my goodness, so many beautiful people. So my theory this year is just do it, right? I'm challenging all of my limitations this year, all of the limitations that I place upon myself to create my year of abundance. So I'm interested to see how you guys are going and what your intent is for the year. Okay, Belinda. Phil. If you'd like a card, pop a yes please in the comments. Annie. Filling my own cup first. So super important. My two youngest are with their dad for a couple of weeks, so first time in months that I have some space, which is a little bit glorious. Hello, lovely Lena. Leanne, are you having a card? Beautiful. Weird start to the year so far. I think there's going to be lots of big changes in January. I kind of feel like it's been 2 steps forward, 10 steps backwards for a lot of us for a while. That feeling of trudging through the mud and not really feeling like we're getting anywhere. Thank you, Patricia. But yes, it feels like now that we've stepped into 2024, it's like all hit the ground running. And that's where my intent comes in. Like, I'm not going to sit in my fear anymore, and like, it's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's see where this takes us. Let's see where this takes us. So that's my attitude. Maddie. All right. So expect to see a lot more of me. All right, Belinda. So if you've just joined us, also, while I'm getting myself sorted, wanted to let you know that I'm running a competition through January. So if you're here and you are live and you share, if you'd like to share this live stream, and then if you'd like to share this live stream and then just comment shared in the comment section, then you will go into the draw, which will be drawn at the end of the month, to win a mini reading, a free mini reading. Hi, is it PU? PU? So all you need to do, PU, is comment yes please if you'd like a card, and you will go on my list. Oh, Leanne, I'm sending you some beautiful healing energy. Beautiful healing energy. All right, PU, I don't answer questions like that. I'm really sorry. What I do is I tap into your energy of where you're at right now, and well, I hope you feel better soon, Leanne. Sorry, I should finish what I'm saying first. So PU, what I do is I tap into your energy of where you're at now, and we go from there. So PU, I put you on my list. Who else did I just see then? I hope you feel so much better soon, Leanne. Sending you so much love and so much healing energy. Beautiful. Kelly. Hello, beautiful Kelly. Natasha. Oh my goodness. Alright, I better get a wriggle on because there's heaps of you on. Hi, Haley. Welcome. If you would like a card, just comment yes please and you will go on my list. I read from the top to the bottom, and I will get through as many of you as I possibly can. I do have a special for January 2024 on my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings. They are only $50 at the moment. So if you would like one of those, the link is in the description of this live stream and also in the comment thread here as well. Okay, Belinda, let's get on with it. Beautiful. All right. We have the renewal card for you, Belinda. This is for you, Belinda Jones. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. So January specifically is a big time of clearing out. It's time to feel all the feelings, right? I feel like you've kind of been... like no time is a convenient time to feel your feelings around whatever comes up, right? And it kind of also feels like there is a what's the word? Stacking. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's the only one that's popping into my head right now. Of a compound. It's a compounding of years of things that you've gone, oh, I don't have time for that. Oh, I'll deal with that later. Oh, I'll just look after this person first and then I'll look after myself. So it's like years of compounding. And it's all just kind of sitting like this heavy weight on your heart right now. And a part of the renewal process now is to filter through, and not even filter through, it's not about going, this is what this situation was and I made me really angry and really upset, blah, 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 blah. It's about, I feel really sad. I'm just going to cry. I feel really sad. Maybe I'll chuck that really sad movie on so I can have a big cry. You don't need to know what it is that's sitting there for you to be able to feel through it. Because it's not about the event, it's not about the situation, it's about the emotions that are sitting there. So, for January specifically, take some time. Take some time to go, okay, I'm feeling a bit yucky. All right, what's going on here? What do I need to express? Do I need to yell and scream and rant about nothing in particular? Do I just journal it out and see what comes out? Do I need to have a big cry, right? Whatever it is that allows you to move through those emotions, to start unpacking those layers, yeah? Or even cracking open is coming to mind. So it's cracking open the depths of those stuck emotions, because on the other side of that is everything that you've been wanting for and hoping for and dreaming for and working towards, right? And I also want to say, we're shifting, excuse me. I also want to say on the other side of that is the true essence of you. Does that make sense? It's like You feel like you're out of your body. You feel like you're just not really yourself. Like, why can't I enjoy this moment as much as I used to be able to? Why can't I feel empathy for this person to the depth that I used to be able to? Like, all of those things that are being clouded right now by these layers of feelings and emotions. So, excellent. Keep having those cries and allow yourself to feel the full force of those feelings as well. Let's see what we've got on the bottom. Okay, so this is the card on the bottom. It says studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships. So once you start clearing that out, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can hear my intuition a little bit clearer now. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit braver to be able to go in that direction. Oh, I'm just feeling now, so I can actually do all those things. And your direction will become clearer. I like to call it coming back to your true north, right? Your true north is the true essence of who you are. And we go off track and then we can bring ourselves back to that true north. I'm about to release a mentor program that's about coming back to your true north. Let's put that out there. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. So you have the Midas touch. Take on that attitude of, I'm just going to give it a go. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Need a little push to get going. So, I was watching this thing the other day. Teal Swan, I don't know if you follow her, but she's very insightful. And she was saying how, like you feel that people won't accept you, so you keep yourself in the box, but you're taking away their choice of whether they want to accept you or not, if you're not even showing them what you want them to accept. So in order for you to surround yourself with the people that resonate with you, in order for you to seek acceptance, not just from people outside of yourself, but from within yourself as well, you need to show people who you are. No more hiding in the box, right? No more hiding under those layers of grief, right? It's time to show up. It's time to take action, and it's time to start moving forward, because all these wonderful things are waiting for you. Yeah? It's time to get out of your own way, right? All right, and I feel like that's a message for just about everyone that's watching today as well, right? Because I know that deeply resonates with me. Hello, beautiful Meg. I will pop you on my list. All right. This random card over on the edge here. It's a justice card. So I'll show everyone that. All right, if you're just joining me, I've got a competition running that I will do every month this year. If you are live and you would like, if you feel called to share this live stream right now, and then let me know that you've shared it, you will go into the draw that will be drawn at the end of the month to win a free mini reading. So share away, hop on the list. And I do have a special for my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings for the month of January, kickstarting 2024. They are only $50. They are normally $80. And that was just where I sat for the all of last year. So we'll see where we go with that. But for now, I just want to be able to offer them to everyone to give at a reasonable price after Christmas, so that you can have the insight that you're looking for going into 2024, because it's going to be a massive year, guys. You're very welcome, Belinda. Thank you for sharing. All right, Phil. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Kelly. I'm sure that there is a better system to this, but we'll discover that as it needs. Alright, Phil. This is a new deck of cards to me, and I am so in love with them, and I use them all the time. They are the Healing Heart Oracle. Healing Heart Oracle. They're an inner seagull deck. And for those of you who don't know, Inner Seagull is the author of The Secret Language of Your Body, and she does all of these other amazing cards as well. Alright, Phil. Okay, Phil, you don't need to defend yourself to anybody, right? You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. That's what's coming through. I feel like you're like, well, I want to say, well, fuck them. I'll show them, right? I'll show them that I'm a good person. I'll show them that I'm whatever that comes out after that. So I'm not sure where that sits for you. Because like, you're an amazing human, right? You are such an amazing human. And when you're in that defense mode, I want to say maybe it comes off as arrogance, right? And that's not the true essence of who you are. Who you are is this glorious soul who just loves and cares and nurtures for everyone that he cares about. So make sure that you are on the list of someone you care about, as someone that you care about, right? So treat yourself as you would treat those who you care about. Okay. So you don't need to defend yourself. You just need to speak your truth. And from that, your empathic heart, yeah, from your passionate heart, that speak your truth from there. So maybe the layers, what I was talking about with Belinda, applies to you as well. Maybe it's time to feel through those feelings in order to, and I want to say maybe it's feelings of resentment for you. Maybe it's feelings of, well, the word disgust is coming to mind as well, right? So where in your life, what circumstances in your life has bred disgust and resentment that needs moving through? Maybe disgust and resentment are a couple of feelings that don't sit well with you. You know how, for me, it was anger. Like, I'm a happy person. I don't do anger. I don't do sadness, and I don't do anger, right? And that ended up with me as a 40-year-old going, as a 35, 40-year-old going, well, now I'm so angry and sad that I don't know how to be happy. So you have the passionate heart. And it says, use your voice to wake up others. So you don't need to prove yourself. You just need to be yourself. Yeah? What have we got on the bottom here? Oh, see, look, it says remorseful heart. Forgive and move on. And what I want to say, Phil, is we can spend all this time trying to forgive others and their actions. But I find for myself, a lot of the time, what I need to forgive is myself. I need to forgive myself for my reactions and my responses and my actions and my bad decisions and not feeling the feelings when I should have, and whatever it is, like all of those things that I did that weren't in alignment with my beliefs, values and true soul self. To forgive yourself for that. Here we go. Trapped heart. Step outside your comfort zone. Feel. So I'm curious whether did you step out of the inner circle? Did you step out of the inner circle? I know you know what I'm talking about, because there is a fallout that comes with that. There's an energetic fallout that comes with that. And if you'd like to talk about this more, I'm not going to do this on this public forum, right? But if you'd like to talk about it more, I'm open, right? So you can message me, whatever. Other mentors called me, yeah. Feel fair? Very fair. And I'm very, very pleased about that. Anyway. Because there is an energetic fallout that comes from stepping out of that field, and it's pretty surprising what I've worked through in the last 12 months, and continue to work through. I know that I was a lot closer to the situation, had a different viewpoint as well, but there's still an energetic fallout, and a lot of it comes down to reclaiming yourself, yeah, building your self-confidence and your own certainty and the trust within yourself, because that sometimes gets stripped away, right? So you have to reclaim yourself. Exactly. And, sometimes we have to go through these things in order to discover who yourself really is. Yeah? So this is the language of letting go, right? And I wanted to pull a card from this deck for you, just because of what we're talking about right now. Oh. Letting go of panic. Today I will not be overwhelmed by panic. Panic will take my mind off my goals. It's normal to feel panic, but I simply feel it and let it go. I can get back on track by treading water until I regain my composure. I relax and know that all is well. So I know it's back to front, but I'm pretty sure you can fix that if you want to screenshot that. Letting go of panic. Alright, I'm going to show you this card as well, because this was on the top before I reshuffled. And I'll show you that one as well. Alright. So this is letting relationships flow. So not trying to control the relationships around you through fear of loss or rejection or whatever that is. And just allow yourself to show up as yourself, and whether they accept you as that, they do, and if they don't, then they're not your people. I know that's really easy to say, not so easy to do, right? Today I will stop trying to control my relationships. Well, there you go. I will participate at a reasonable level and let the other person do the same. I can let go, knowing that the relationship will find its own life or not, and that I don't have to do all the work, only my share. And this actually leads into the last card, which was at the bottom of the deck. And it says, maintaining boundaries. Today I will gain a new awareness of those areas where I need healthier boundaries. I will release my naive assumption that the other person is always right. I will exchange that view for trusting and listening to myself and setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Boundaries are a must. Alright, I'm going to leave that there for you, Phil. A big year for you, and please reach out if you need to. Please. I'm here to support. And the same with any of the Trust Your Intuition, the Trust Your Intuition crew, right? If there's anyone that requires just a chat, yeah, with an empathetic heart of someone who's been there, yeah, I'm more than happy to do that, yeah, because you guys are my soul family, right? Oh, there we go. Okay, Annie, are you still here, Annie? You are so very welcome, Phil. Don't forget your beautiful heart, right? Don't underestimate your beautiful heart either. You know, empathy and authenticity, they're so valued. They're so valued in today's day and age, because it's not something that's predominant in most people, right? Okay, hello, beautiful Marie. I will pop you on my list. I always have the intention that I'm going to move through these nice and fast, but then I'm like, whatever message needs to come through comes through, right? Speaks to you too, hey Maddie. Nice. Nice. Alright, oh, one that speaks to you too, Hayley. Fantastic. Alright, Annie is here. So if you just joined me, you're going to hear me say this all the time through this live stream. If you've just joined me, if you feel called to share this live stream and then comment shared in the comments, you will go into the draw that will be drawn at the end of the month to win one of my free mini readings. So if you feel called to share, please share. And I do have a jumping off 2024 January special on my Whispering Wisdom. My Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings now only $50. The link is in the description of this live stream and also in the comment thread here as well. All right, Annie. It's always an interesting experience picking the cards for these live streams. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't had those off my shelf for a while. Well, got to trust the process, right? Trust the process. That's the beginning of your message, Annie. Trust the process. So I'm wondering, Annie, whether it was a bit of a struggle. Was it a bit of a struggle for you this last, 2023? Was it a bit of a struggle, maybe not so much at home, but within your business? Did it not run as you thought it was going to be? Did you find yourself hitting up against brick walls quite frequently? Did you have a vision for more, only to not receive that? Like, I feel like there was maybe an expectation that wasn't met multiple expectations that weren't met within your business last year. And what I want to say is it just wasn't time yet. It just wasn't time yet. Or perhaps the direction that you were going in is not the direction you're meant to be going in. So, and I feel like you've had that little niggle of maybe not offering something that you thought was going to be the direction of your business. Maybe not offering that anymore and changing directions. Hey, Ali, you are not too late. You are on my list. All right, let's see what the cards have to say for you, Annie. All right. Okay, so Sanctuary is your card. It says take time from the world, spend more time alone, meditate or go on retreat. So the answers that you're looking for lie within the silence or stillness that you don't allow yourself. Is there a fear? Is there a fear that you have around what will happen or who you are when you deeply connect to your intuition? Is there a fear of judgment of others? Is there maybe a like feeling of like a worth? It's a worth thing. Right, I'm going to have to draw you some different cards as well. So the card at the bottom is hope. That says, the worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Look up to the light. All right? Make this year about... Okay. Make this year about... I was only thinking about this morning, okay? And this is why, right? Finding peace in the chaos. Because life is chaos, right? There's always something going on. There's always something to do. But you've got to find the peace within that, yeah, instead of getting caught up in the chaos. There was something else and I can't remember what it was. Finding peace in the chaos. I'm just going to keep talking and it'll come back to me. So, look up to the light. Find peace in the chaos. Oh my God, I really don't like it when that happens. Alright. So I hope you know that you're doing what you're meant to be doing, right? That the more you trust the messages that you receive, the more you allow yourself that stillness, yeah, to connect. So whether it be, I don't know, whether you meditate every day, and by meditate, you don't need to sit down for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, and just sit in nothing, right? You don't have to do that. You can grab yourself a nice warm cup of tea and sit out on your balcony and watch the sunrise in the morning. Just allowing yourself to be still. No television, no book, no social media, no children, no husband, no, noise, right? Just allow yourself to be still. And that's where the messages will lie. That's where the messages will come through. That's where the direction and trust comes in, yeah? But I really feel like there needs to be, it feels like it's going to be a massive change in direction. It feels like a massive change in direction that feels scary and overwhelming, but it's necessary. And once you take that leap into the new direction, it'll be like, oh, that's right, and this is what I should have been doing, right? This is where I should have been going. Hello, beautiful cow. I will pop you on my list. I've got 2 of you now. Okay. Let's see. Wish I could remember what that was. Peace in the chaos. Oh, there we go. Look at this. If this doesn't confirm what I was just saying, I don't know what does. The wheel. The wheel. It says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. And the card at the bottom is, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know whether you caught the start of this live stream. I don't know whether you saw Belinda's reading. Belinda's reading, so anyone that's on right now, Belinda's reading is at the beginning. She was the first card that I did. And by at the beginning, I mean it's probably about 10 minutes in, because I do like to chat to start with. So if you can find Belinda's reading and watch that, that was a really powerful message for everybody. Yeah, for everybody today. So if you've got time, go back and have a look at that. So it says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Annie. Okay, lovely Lena, are you still here? Lena and then Patricia. I'm going to use the heart cards on you too. Of course you are. Okay. Of course. You haven't missed yours yet, Maddie. I've got Lena, then Patricia, and then you, Maddie, and then PU. And he says, thank you, spot on as usual, and lots to think about. It feels big and overwhelming, Annie, but as soon as you make the decision to do it, it will flow. I was going to say it'll go swimmingly, but it'll flow, right? Okay, Lena. Okay, so for all of you who are here, I'll read out who I've got on my list so far. So I've got Lena, and then Patricia, and then Maddie, and then PU, and then Kelly Cook, and then Natasha Hamilton, but Hayley, Maggie, Marie, Ali, and Kelly Sparks. Okay. Ooh, Lena. That's going to focus. Rejected heart. Transformation, heartbreak. Oh, no, transformation. That must be the word of the month, right? Transform heartbreak into inner strength. This is what you've been doing, right? This has been your process. This has been part of your journey for, let's say, years now, right? Oh, thank you, Annie. So this has been part of your process because it's part of your purpose, right? It's part of your purpose. Transforming heartbreak into inner strength. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, worthy heart, you are enough. So, okay, and then daring heart. Learn to lead from wisdom. And patient heart. Move forward and grow. So, it's a funny one, right? Because the healing from relationship is a constant, right? And I know for myself, I'm at the point, well, I thought that I was at the point where any other healing that I needed to do around relationships was, and like I was ready to step into a new relationship. I am ready to step into a new relationship, because anything else that needs to be healed will only present itself within your relationship. But that's not 100% true, because the relationship that I need to heal the most is the relationship that I have with myself. And I feel like this is true for you as well. I know I often ask myself, like, how did I make that decision, right? How did I choose that relationship? Why did I choose to continue to be in that relationship? Why did I, like, all of these things that question my judgment, question my intuition, question my path, really. So it's learning to trust that I made the right decision at the time. Learning to trust that everything that I've lived so far was meant to happen in order for me to be who I am today. And then loving. So it's about acceptance. The word I'm looking for is acceptance, but it's accepting yourself, accepting your path, accepting your experiences, accepting where you're at right now. Yeah? Because if we can't accept where we're at right now, there is no way that we can make changes to move forward. Because we're always thinking that we're somewhere else or doing something else, or we're not comfortable, and so, you know, whatever it is. But all of these things, thank you, Phil, all of these things, wisdom bred from experience, right? All of these things that you have been through, all of these things that have built your strength of character, you need to fall in love with who you are now. There we go, boom. You need to fall in love with who you are now. You need to accept who you are now as the amazing human that you are. It's about letting go of some of those old outdated beliefs, and it's about letting go of who you were, yeah? And who you had to be in order to get through those experiences. And the more you come to love who you are now, and the more you come to accept who you are now, the more your light will shine from inside. The more you'll feel confident in taking those steps forward, in doing those things that light up your heart and soul, right? Excuse me, we're shifting energy. Yes, so you're on the right track. You are enough, yeah? You are worthy just because you are. And okay, so what just popped in is stop rejecting yourself. Stop rejecting yourself. Stop rejecting your experiences. That's how you come to learn to love who you are. Stop rejecting that, oh, I should have done this and I should have done that. And nice. So Lena says, I spent Christmas alone by choice because I was really happy to just be me. Be with me. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's huge, right? Not feeling like you have to fill yourself with noise or space or acceptance. I'll share a little story with you while I'm live. I spent New Year's Eve. We had dinner at one of my sister's houses with all the family, right? And the day before New Year's Eve, my second oldest sister and my youngest sisters had gone shop shopping so my youngest sister's got this boutique op shop near her. All the ladies from the rich area drop all of their clothes off at this op shop, and there are designer labels that are reasonably priced, all the things. So they went to this op shop, and my second older sister came over before we went out for dinner so that my oldest daughter could do her makeup. And she brought this shirt over, and she was like, we found this shirt and we think it's really you. and it's a Vera Wang, right? And I was like, oh great, I'll try it on, right? It didn't fit, and which was okay, right? Because I was going to wear it, and then I thought, I don't want to step into 2024 wearing something that somebody else chose for me. I don't know whether that makes a lot of sense, but it was really about just embracing. I wanted to step into 2024 embracing myself and wearing what I felt good in, wearing what I felt comfortable in, wearing something that really did represent me, regardless of whether it was a Vera Wang shirt or not, right? And yeah, so your goal this year, Lena, is to just constantly accept. And I want you to step outside of your comfort zone. So go back and watch Belinda's reading right at the start if you weren't here for it, because it was such a powerful reading for everybody, right? I might timestamp it in the comments when we finished here. Just going to make a note of that because I do tend to forget these things. I do tend to forget a lot of things these days. Anyway, so that's your goal. That's your goal for this year, Lena. It's a big decision, says Phil. Yeah, and you know, I had that thought going around in my head. I had that little conversation going around in my head about not wanting to disappoint, not wanting to disappoint them by not wearing the shirt that they picked out for me. Yeah, even though I'm sure they didn't think twice about it, but that was where my thought was. You know, I don't want them to think that I'm ungrateful. I don't want them to think that, you know. And then I was like, no, I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing this because I'm not comfortable, because it's not really me, right? And it didn't fit, which was okay. And I only tried it on, after I'd made the decision not to wear it. So I'm not disappointing myself anymore. Yep. So, Lena, what's the worst that can happen? Reverberating decision. Yeah, because that's where my relationship healing needs to be right now. It's not about intimate relationships. It's not about partnered intimate relationships. It's about familial relationships. That's where most of my healing needs to be right now. Just for everyone. It's just to share for everyone. All right, Lena, you are done. Patricia. So I know you guys got to sit through this whole thing, which for me to get to you, which can sometimes be a little bit annoying. But I also know that there are nuggets of gold in everybody's reading, so everyone can take something away from everyone's. There'll be something that resonates with you within each reading. So I know that it's beneficial to hang around, right? All right, Patricia. Drink. Thirsty work. Okay, Patricia. It says, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much. That's your message. Let's see how that expands from there, alright? Taking care of others perhaps too much. So this is about energetic boundaries for you, Patricia. Energetic boundaries. Do you ground yourself every day? Do you clear energy every day? Are you aware of how the people around you make you feel when you're with them? Yeah, because you can choose to share your energy with people, and you can choose to not allow people to suck the energy from you. You can also choose to say no, and the people's reactions to you saying no is not your responsibility. It's not up to you. You are not responsibility for everyone else's happiness. You are not responsible for everyone else's well-being. You are not responsible for everyone else's healing, right? When we tend to focus on all of those things for other people, it just means we're diverting and deflecting from what it is that we need to do within ourselves. Hey, Ashley with an E. Welcome to 2024. I will pop you on my list. If you do want a reading, just let me know. So, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. So I want you, this year, Patricia, I want you to learn to say no. If you, instead of responding or reacting straight away when somebody asks you to do something or there's an expectation for you to do something for somebody else, feel into it. Do I really want to do this? Why do I want to do this? Why am I, if I say yes to this, why am I saying yes to this? Yeah? Because it is perfectly okay for you to say no. And that person may be upset to start with, but they will find somebody else to do it for them, right? Your number one priority is your own emotional, mental, and physical well-being. That is your number one priority. Yeah, you're not here to live your life for everybody else. And you're not here to let everyone else dictate how you live your life either. Loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. So all of that energy that you give out to everybody else needs to come back to you, needs to come back to nurturing yourself, making yourself your number one priority. Do I want to do this? No. Okay, I'm not doing it. Is this going to be good for my emotional well-being? No, I'm not doing it. Right? What do I really want? It's a question that you need to ask yourself this year. What do I really want? And then what in my life is not in alignment with this? And, you know, it may be a year of clearing out the people that you surround yourself with and creating space to invite more aligned people into your life that will share, that will encourage you, that will support you, that will want what's very best for you, that will give back. Every relationship needs to be balanced, right? And you're not going to receive something from somebody else just by doing things for them. There is no condition to love, right? There should be no conditions to love or acceptance. So, welcome to 2024, ladies and gentlemen. The dreamer. Because all of this doing stuff for everybody else and not looking after and nurturing yourself and doing the healing that you need to is standing in your way of the life that you dream of. Yeah? And it's all there. It's all there waiting for you. It's all there. You just need to make it a priority. Yeah? Just need to make yourself a priority. What else have we got? Okay, here we go. 8 of Winter, this is on the bottom. You have what it takes, if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you are powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So if I learned anything last year, it was how powerful I actually am. I had a lot of lessons. A lot of situations come forth that made me have to stand in my truth, that made me have to stand in my power. And I realized I'm not a pushover, right? I don't need to let people push me over and push me around. I can speak up for myself, and I can I can make decisions for myself. Yeah. So that's what I want you to think about this year, Patricia, is to really remember how powerful you are. It takes practice. So keep showing up for yourself. What did we say to Alina? Make yourself a priority. Don't disappoint yourself anymore. Every time you say yes to something and you want to say no, you are disappointing yourself. Yeah? You are telling yourself that you are not a priority. You are telling yourself that by saying yes to this person, you are trying to receive something from them that you are quite capable of giving yourself. Yeah? The acceptance, the love, whatever it is. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to leave that there for you, Miss Patricia. All right, Maddie, you are next. I'm going to use the heart cards for you too. So I think you already know what I'm going to say to you, Maddie. Right? I think you already know. This is about, again, believing in yourself. You're listening from the start. Nice. So, I know I've said this to you before, but we need to reiterate this one more time. Probably over and over again. But at the moment, okay, so you are this amazing, powerful healer, right? And you've got all the tools and you've got all the inner knowing, yeah? But you're working 2 jobs, and you're not focusing enough on your soul purpose, yeah? Because your soul purpose is what's going to create abundance for you. But I feel like you've got this feeling of, well, it's not working for me. I'm putting all this energy into it. When I put energy into it, it doesn't work for me. Or I'm not creating the results. It's not creating the results that I want to. I'm not getting any clients. I'm not, whatever that internal dialogue is for you, right? And what I want to say to you, Maddie, is it's because you are using a system that is not yours. You are using a system that is not yours. You are using what you've been taught by somebody else. But your intuition is telling you something else. It's just a matter of trusting that process. In order for you to be successful and abundant, you need to follow your own intuition, yeah? And do things however the fuck you want, right? There are no rules and no guidelines. Just because it worked for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you, right? But you know. I feel like I just keep getting lessons because the patterns repeat, right? And I'm not listening, but feel like I don't know how to listen or what to do. So, Phil says, be your beautiful soul. 100%. See, Phil knows, right? We all know, right? It's that you just don't believe in yourself, yeah? Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Let's see what the cards. So the lessons are there, right? The lessons are there to build strength of character. Everything is a lesson, 100%. 100%. It builds strength of character. And You can't see the comments. Phil 100% has your back as well, Maddie, just by the way, because he knows you're a queen, right? No, not even a queen. You're just a powerful, amazing soul, right? All right, let's see what the cards have to say. So you've got to stop thinking that you have to do things a certain way. You've got to stop thinking that there is this step-by-step protocol. It's not the word I want, but it's the only word that's coming to me, right? That's going to take you to where it is that you want to go. I feel very restricted in my mind and body at the moment, and it's like I can't get what I'm meant to do because there's new death in my own heart. That's why we've got the heart cards out for you today, right? So I've just, let me see what we've got. Follow your intuition, girl. That's what Phil says. Away from structure. Yes. Yes. And it's not even away from structure because we all need a little bit of structure in our lives. But it's structure that goes within your own guidelines. Structure that you create for yourself by what feels right for you. Patient heart, move forward and grow. Move forward and grow. I want you right now to choose, Maddie. And say this out loud with me if you feel so called, right? Right now, choose to live. All right? So you used the word death in your last comment. There's new death in your own heart. So I don't know whether death is the right word for that, right? Okay. So what if it's not back at square one, right? Because you're not really back at square one. So for those of you who don't know, Maddie said, I feel like I'm back at square one again, having to do it all again, but it's like something perceives as a second chance. It is something to perceive as a second chance. So you're not back at square one because you've got all of this knowledge and all of this understanding from the first time you had that experience, right? And you will live again, right? But it's a choice, yeah? So what are you doing? Because this is all mind stuff for you. I don't think that this has got anything to do with heart or, because your heart is big and you've got, like your dance, which means your energy, your understanding of your energetics is outstanding, right? So it's a mind game for you. And this I do totally understand, right? So, okay. How much do you fight the negative thoughts and feelings that you have? How much do you tell yourself, oh, I can't feel that way because I don't want to be the victim. Like, I don't want to play the victim. I don't want to be the negative Nancy. Like, how much of that do you condemn yourself for? Yeah, and tell yourself that you can't. Because sometimes the most powerful thing that we can do is to give our victim a voice. And by giving our victim a voice, this is part of my Path to Empowerment course, actually. Part of giving your victim a voice is about just writing down or voicing all of the injustices, all the things that piss you off, all the things that you hate, all the things that make you angry, all of the things that have upset you, that feel unjust, that all of the things, because we hold on to those things, right? Because we feel like we shouldn't feel that way. We feel like we shouldn't have these feelings. We feel like we shouldn't like be negative. But everything's light and dark, right? there's a balance with everything. So with all of the joy and fun and open heart stuff, there is that feeling of resentment, the feeling of unjustness, the anger, all of that stuff that sits on our heart. Again, go back and watch Belinda's reading right at the start, right? So I know, like, it's a choice, but I also know that it's hard to choose different. All right, so there's no judgment here, just by the way, because I totally understand. So Maddie says, and a choice, yes, agreed, but there's a big, like, something like resenting and rebelling to it or anything, just being against, even if I don't even know who or what it is. Shame. Yes. So normally it's minimal. Is it really minimal, or is it just something that you don't look into? So the layers of shame, that this goes back. This is not just for you, like this stuff that's popped up. This is a lifetime of shame, and not allowing yourself to voice that, not allowing yourself to move through your feelings. Right, please go back and watch Belinda's reading, right? Because it's so true for all of us. Shame and embarrassment. It doesn't eat because you don't. Maybe you pretend that it's not there, right? And again, right? Everything's great. I'm happy. Life's good, even when it's not good. I'm not going to complain because good girls don't complain. I'm a healer and a positive person, so I don't complain about things. I'm not angry. I don't get angry about things until I'm so angry that I don't know what to do with it, right? So, the secret for you, Maddie, lies within digging through your shadow. Digging through, not even your shadow, right? It's not even your shadow. It's just admitting that you having a bad thought and having a bad feeling or being angry or frustrated or resentment does not make you a bad person. I hope that you know that it doesn't make you a bad person. Perhaps the shame lies underneath by believing that allowing your victim a voice is shameful, right? You shouldn't feel that way. It's just compounding shame, right? So, I feel like at the moment, every time I open my mouth, I complain. Yes. Can you say that again? Yes, 100%. Having negative thoughts, feeling negatively about other people, feeling negatively about your circumstances does not make you a bad person. Does not make you a bad person, right? Your power this year will be in admitting, okay, I'm really frustrated about this. What am I frustrated about? And this person, and rah, 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 rah. So giving our victim a voice is really, really powerful. And I think it's really important, but don't live from there. Yeah, choose not to live from there. You let that out. You go, okay, I'm not holding on to these feelings anymore. So this has probably been the most powerful thing that I've been through in my healing process within my relationship. My previous relationship was the fact that I had all this anger, right, that I was just denying was there because I don't do anger. I'm not angry, right? If I'm angry and frustrated at someone and I'm feeling just about something, then that makes me a bad person, makes me a complainer or a victim or a whinger or whatever it is, right? It's just not true. And one of the most powerful experiences I had last year was sitting in a car with my best friend and her going, okay, just let it out. And I was like, and I ranted. I just ranted for a great length of time about stuff, and it just kept coming up, stuff that I didn't even know was there, right? That I didn't even realise I was holding on to. And then learning to go, okay, and then once that was out, it's been a process for me to go, okay, oh, it's okay, you know, I can justify this, and I'm not going to hold that person accountable because, you know, it's okay, I don't want them to feel bad, and blah, 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 blah. I'll take responsibility for everything, right? So it's been a lesson for me to be able to go, well, actually, that's not fair, and that person's not behaving in a manner that's appropriate. And it makes me feel angry, and it makes me feel frustrated, and it makes me feel blah, right? We're taught that anger and frustration and disgust and sadness even are shameful. That we're humans and we're supposed to be happy and joyful and all love and light. But that's not how life goes. That's not how it works. There's balance between both. Having those feelings is a perfectly normal human reaction. Perfectly normal human reaction. Suppressing them is not. And not allowing yourself to feel them is not. Because when we suppress them, we're holding on to it, right? But when we go, okay, this is not fair. This is not fair and I deserve better. Allows it to move through us so that we're not holding on to that crap. Big one for you today, Maddie. Okay. I'm gonna pull a card for you. I'm gonna pull a card for you. And I just feel like we need something. Just a little something. Let's see what the letting go cards have to say for you. These ones. Let's have a look. Just thinking, I'm not sure if these are the right cards, and then one drops out. Oh, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Interesting. When I lean into the faith, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So, should have just stuck with the letting go cards because that's where I was going, right? Trust. Trust. All right, PU, are you still here? Because you are next. PU, and then Kelly, and then Natasha. Thanks, guys, for hanging around. Ooh. Okay, that card needs to be, that one wanted to come to. Here we go. So it says, being direct. Today I will own my own power and be direct, and I will be clear and honest in my dealings with other people and with yourself. Yeah? And with yourself. If I am comfortable with my own truth, then those around me will be comfortable with me too. Become comfortable with your own truth. And this card wanted to come as well. It says, approving of myself. Today I will let go of my need for approval and my need to be liked. Instead, I will choose to like and approve of myself. The people who count, including me, will respect me when I am true to who I really am. You are Ashley. I've got a bit of a list to get through today. Hi, Renata. And the messages are big and powerful, but I'm not going anywhere for a while, so we'll just keep going through until I fade. Really. And the card at the bottom is being lovable. Today I will tell myself that I am lovable. Just because some people haven't been able to love me in ways that worked doesn't mean that I'm unlovable. I've had lessons to learn, and some of them have hurt deeply, but I can still love, and I still am loved. Yes, that's why that was at the bottom of the deck. All right, moving on. Thank you, darling Madeline, for being here today. Thank you. I know, right? I know. That's what it comes down to, is how we feel about ourselves. Okay. PU, are you still here? Pop a comment in the comment thread just to let me know if you are still here. And Kelly Cook. Excellent. Are you ready? So I've got PU, Kelly Cook, Natasha, Haley, Maggie, Marie, Ali, Kelly Sparks, Ashley, and Renata. So if you have just jumped on, I just want to let you guys know that if you share this live stream, if you feel called, and share this live stream, and just comment shared in the comment thread here to let me know that you have, you will go into a draw that will be drawn at the end of the month to win a mini reading. So I will do this every time I do go live, and every time you share, your name will go in. So if you share multiple times, then you have multiple chances. And I also want to let you know that I am running a January 2024 Let's Kick Off the Year special on my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings. I have a ton of spaces opening up with my kids not being here for the next 2 weeks. So I've opened up a ton of spaces to be able to do readings. And they are only $50. They're only $50 for the Whispering Wisdom for the month of January. That's where I was going with that. I mean, every live stream, Patricia, not sharing the same live stream twice. But thank you. Thank you. Okay. P's still here. Kelly's still here. Natasha, are you still here as well? All right. PU, am I saying that right? I just want to, am I saying it right? Okay. Natasha's still here too, perfect. All right. Perfect. Oh, there we go, that's yours. All right. So, okay, so I'm going to bring this. I know that you asked about Tony right at the start, right? I don't know whether I can go back to that comment. No. So, I actually just want to address that. Whether he has feelings for you. Can you just write it out for me again so that I'm clear on what it is that you actually said? Something about, can you tell me if Tony has feelings for me, or still has feelings for me, or something along those lines. Does he still miss me and think of me? Okay. It's friendship and a blocked situation. Did you block him, or did he block you? Okay, this doesn't actually really matter. Because this is, okay, so my best guess, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, okay? My best guess is no, right? If he's blocked you, he's moved on, yeah? If he's blocked you, then he's moved on, right? because he's created that boundary for himself in order to create peace in his life, to be able to move on. Yeah. So it's time that you do the same. Yeah. And it starts with finding the peace within yourself. Right. So this card here is what flew out for you. It says, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So when we have a strong sense of self-worth, and when we have a strong sense of self even, we are able to move through life without seeking acceptance from anybody else. Tony would never be able to fill the void within yourself that you are trying to fill with the relationship or friendship or however it presented itself to you, right? There are a ton of people around you. Well, maybe not a ton, but there are people around you that know your self-worth. They know your worth, and they know your value, and they enjoy spending time with you. Those are the people that you need to focus on. If someone's blocked you and they don't want to, and they're not giving you the time of day, and you have to chase them, or you feel secure within your friendship or relationship, then they're not your people, right? And I want to say it's not about them either. It's about you. It's about how you feel about yourself. It's about how you feel about your self-worth. Okay. So it's been 7 months. I've healed and moved, but sometimes I really miss. Sometimes strongly, so now it's okay. You know, that's part of the process. Ask yourself what it is. Okay, maybe be somewhere I want friendship reunion. Okay, so that's what you need to let go of. That's what you need to let go of. He's not one of your people, yeah? And my guess is that he doesn't make you feel good about yourself, right? And I don't think he ever felt good about himself. We tend to try and fill our void with those around us because we're not filling it within ourselves. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you. So what you need to focus on this year, PU, is yourself. Yep. Your self-worth, your self-love, your self-care, how you feel about yourself, that little voice in your head, right? What are your beliefs? What are your beliefs about yourself? What is it that you tell yourself? What does that little voice in your head argue about, right? What does that little voice in your head tell you about yourself, right? Because when we become more confident within ourselves and more accepting of ourselves, yeah, and more loving towards ourselves, then we attract people that are going to treat us in the same manner. Yeah, so our relationships are a reflection of the relationship that we have with ourselves. Sorry, I just had to ponder that myself. I was like, oh. Okay, thanks for that one, Spirit. So the relationships that we have with those around us are a reflection of the relationship that we have with ourselves. All right, so I'm actually not even going to expand on that. That's something that I'm going to have to process myself as well. But I want you to work through that. I want you to have a look at the relationships that you have around you. How do you present yourself in those relationships? How much do you give? And what are you trying to receive in return? Yeah. Okay, let's just pull another couple of cards for you. And then we'll move on. Okay, so this is interesting, right? The six of summer. Children or childhood. So this is childhood wounds. So I don't know whether you've ever done any inner child work, because that's the second time that children has been presented for you. So I don't know if you've ever done any kind of inner child work, but healing the inner child will heal the relationships, heal your relationships, relationship with yourself, the relationship with the people that are around you. So the return of people or romances from your past, and that's the feelings, right? The return of the feelings, not specifically the person in the physical, right? Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. That's really important when you think about Tony, you think about how you think about your events and how they occurred, and whether you're glorifying them or whether it's real, right? How you're thinking about them is actually real. Here we go. And the card at the bottom says, you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. This is the second time we've seen this card. Thinking that you are powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Yeah? So, it's all about you this year, PU. It's all about you and how you feel about yourself. I wouldn't even consider getting into a relationship before doing that work on yourself. So something that I did around calling in the kind of relationship that I want, I created a vision board, right? And it had on it all of the qualities that I was looking for in a partner, what kind of relationship that I wanted to have, what I wanted to be inclusive in the relationship, all of that information, right? And then I look at it often, actually, and I ask myself, am I embodying everything that is on this list? Because until I embody everything that is on this list, all of the qualities, yeah, all of how I treat people, all of, the kindness and the giving and the gratitude and all of the things, right? Good communication, blah, 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 all the things. Until I can embody all of those things, then I'm not going to be able to call in somebody that embodies those things as well, right? So it's like a love note to myself. It's a love note to myself of all the things that I need to work on in order to be able to call in the relationship that I want. Yeah, because we've got to embody all of those things ourselves first. So, just leave that with you. Not chasing, I'm manifesting. Okay. All right, Kelly Cook. Whew, we're an hour and a half in and I'm not even halfway through my list. All right, Kelly. Now I know that you had a bit of a rough year. And I know that we didn't get all of the way through the inner child stuff because I wasn't prepared to go through all of it. So I do apologise to anyone who was part of that with me. I am working on creating all of the content for it so that you have access to it properly. Refilming and all of that stuff. Kind of dropped off the face of the earth for the last part of the year, so I apologise to everyone for that as well. Alright. Kelly Cook. Just trusting that what we received is what we needed at the time. Yeah. Just the mirror process that I want to do. I'm a little bit scared of that myself, to be honest. Anyway, Kelly. All right. I'm going to say this again, and I'm definitely going to timestamp it in the comments. Belinda's reading at the start, she was the first person I read for. So powerful. And I feel like there's so much in that reading for you, Kelly. So please go back and watch it. I will timestamp it. It's probably about 10 minutes in. Give or take. Yes, because it's about shedding the layers for you as well. Fearful heart, it's time to shine. So, okay, and hurt heart, I see you. We got on the bottom here. Okay. Healing heart. Face your shadows and grow. So I don't know whether you got something out of Lena's reading as well, because I feel like that's what's popping into my head, right? Oh, and deep heart. Just wanted to flip that top one over again. So, Kelly. It's time. So the shadow aspect is the story that you tell yourself, or your story that you hold true to you that's just not relevant to you anymore. So what I want to ask you, Kelly, is what part of your story can you let go of? What part of your story... Today's been one giant reading for me. I'm hearing you. What part of your story, and I love that, just by the way, that's why my readings are not just readings, they're healings as well, right? What part of your story is no longer in alignment with the life that you are creating and the person that you are becoming? As you come back to your true north, as you come back to the true north of your soul, what part of your story do you need to let go of? And not even let go of, because I really hate that term. It's about, it's about choosing to not live by that story anymore. So, this year, I want you to feel the fear and do it anyway. Let your fear be your guide. Let your fear be your guide, right? Instead of going, oh, I'm not doing it, right? Take on the attitude, what's the worst that can happen? Just going to do it anyway. Just going to do it anyway and see where it takes me. And I think it comes down to a lot for you, Kelly, is, so it's shame. Shame's coming to mind. Releasing the shame, because who you are when you shine is amazing. There is there's no need to hold shame around that. And I know, like, living in a small country town is hard, right? And living in the country is hard because everyone's got an opinion. But, like I was saying before, if we don't show people our true, authentic self with confidence, right? Even if it's fake confidence, then we're not even giving them the choice whether they can accept and reject, right? Or accept or reject. There's always a transition period when people when change happens and they need to get used to the new, right? But whenever you are faced with a decision or anything really this year, ask yourself, is the resistance to me doing this about shame? Do I feel like I can't? Do I feel like I shouldn't? Do I feel like I'll be judged? Right? I want to say, like, fuck everyone. Fuck everyone else, right? Because they have no right to dictate who you are. They have no right to dictate how you need to show up as yourself, right? And you shouldn't be taking them into consideration either. Believe in your divine destiny. Believe in yourself. So I see you, Kelly. I see you. Do you see you? Do you see you, or do you see your story? Do you see you through the lens of love, or do you see you through yourself through the lens of shame? I feel a little bit sick, to be perfectly honest. That's hitting me right in the solar plexus. Face your shadow and grow. So, I don't know whether, well, again, what I was saying to Maddie before about just expressing all of those bad thoughts and feelings and like the frustration and the injustice and that's where you start as well. Like, don't be afraid to write this shit down. Don't be afraid to voice it out loud to yourself. Sometimes the most power is is being able to admit our truth to ourselves. Yeah? And, you know, a thought is not who we are. A thought it's not a representation of who you are. It's just a thought, right? It's just a thought. So don't allow your thoughts to dictate who you think you are or how you feel about yourself. I'm actually going to leave that there because I feel like your message has been received today through everyone, and I feel like I just want to repeat myself with everyone. It's time to see yourself through the lens of love, not through the lens of shame. It's time to see yourself as your beautiful divine self. What part of your story do you need to let go of? What part of your story do you need to choose to not live by anymore? And it's time to shine. No more hiding yourself away. No more shutting yourself in a box or keeping yourself within your limits. I heard the other day, we don't create abundance, we create limitations. So stop creating limitations. All right. Be honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Regardless of how negative it is. Doesn't make you a bad person. It's just thought. Yes. And I don't feel like I feel like it's not one step, two steps back. I don't feel like that's how it is. It's just that it's not running. Right? And everything's just coming up. It's like that spiral. So it just keeps coming up. To be addressed, and to be addressed. Right? All right. Natasha, Haley, Meg, Marie, Ali, Kelly, Ashley, Renata. It's so slow. Yeah. When you start choosing you and when you start allowing yourself to shine. So I started working in a cafe a few months ago, and it's my social outlet now. And I find that the more I'm social and the more I'm out, like I'm coming more and more back to myself, more and more out of my shell, right? The little cocoon that I placed myself into for years, right? And at the dinner that I was talking about on New Year's Eve, my younger sister had some of their friends there as well. And I found myself choosing to sit. There was kind of two groups of people, and one of them was like my mum and a couple of my sisters and brother-in-law, so it was more like family, and the other one was a group of friends. And I found myself choosing to sit at the table with the friend group. And it was fascinating. It was great to have conversation with new people. Like, I really, really enjoyed myself. And it was a challenge. It was a challenge to for me. Because there's always that little voice in the back of my head, right? I feel like I can present myself as a very confident person, but when I'm around new people, I kind of shrink. But I was making sure that I was engaging in conversation. I was making sure that I was including myself and not holding shame about, or what if I say the wrong thing, or what if they don't like me, or whatever that old story used to be. So it's about challenging. It's about challenging yourself to put yourself out of your comfort zone as well. Yeah. And not allowing yourself to shame yourself into not doing things or not being yourself. All right, Natasha. I don't feel like these are the right cards for you. But I'm going to pull cards from them anyway. Maybe they are, right? Okay. It's the fearful heart again for you, Natasha. Oh, excuse me, shifting some energy today. It's time to shine. Rejected heart. Transform heartbreak into inner strength. And worthy heart. You are enough. So, oh look, hopeful heart's at the bottom. A surprise is coming your way. So, the thing about change, right, and the thing about creating something new in our lives comes down to whether we believe that we can, or believe that's we are worthy of it, or I don't know how to voice what I'm trying to say. So when we can believe and conceive that something can happen for us, then it's going to happen for us. So and it's also about feeling what it's like within your body of who you are, of what it would feel like if you were already living that life, right? So have that vision for yourself. Have the understanding of what your life would look like if you created those things, your hopes and dreams and desires and passions. And then take a moment to embody that, right? Step into that person in the future. Step into her and feel what it feels like to be that person. Feel what it feels like. So let me share something with you. I did a 6-week mentoring program last year, and she did this meditation with us. And I saw the progress of my purpose, I guess, right? And it started off with readings, and then creating courses, and then doing workshops, right? And the final feeling, that's interesting, the final like scene from this meditation was me standing up. I just led a workshop. Full of people, and the energy in the room was so spectacular, and people were coming up to me with so much gratitude and so much love. And that's what I was. That's what I was embodying. It was just the feeling, for me personally, the feeling of gratitude that people allowed me into their lives. The feeling of gratitude that this was my life now, and that I could do this, that I could be a part of it. That people allowed me to be a part of it. There was so much love and so much gratitude, and I felt that, and that's what I come back to every time I stumble, every time I question whether I'm on the right path, every time I go into my little cocoon. I come back to that vision of the, running the in-person workshops, and that feeling of gratitude and hope and love and just being able to be that person, and yeah. So I don't know if I went a little bit off track there. I got caught in the feeling of it, right? It's so amazing when I think about it, and when I feel into it, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So that's what I'm working towards. And when I believe that is what is possible for me, then that's what I'm creating, right? I've had some blocks along the way about confidence and self-worth and being open to receiving, all of the heart stuff. But that was true for me as well, like the compounding of 45 years of unfelt feelings, unthought thoughts, not speaking my truth, like to myself even, right? So my message to you, Natasha, is because I know you've done so much and you've come so far, and you are taking those steps constantly towards your purpose and creating that life that you want. Is do that and picture what it's like. Step into Natasha of the future and feel what it feels like to live that life, and trust that you, and believe that you can embody that. Believe that is possible for you. However that manifests for you, right? Hopeful heart. Embrace your hopeful heart. I feel like a big change is like you're standing on the doorstep. You're standing on the edge of that cliff like the fool in the tarot, just waiting to take the leap. So take the leap. Believe that you can do it. Again, like I was saying earlier, like, what's the worst that can happen? Just do it anyway. And you don't have to live by a set of rules. You don't have to do it in a specific way. You just need to trust the process and take it step by step. Believe in yourself. Believe in your purpose. Believe in your process. Believe in what's possible for you. It's time to shine, Miss Natasha. It's time to make a difference. Yeah, it's time to take your experiences and everything that you've learned and make a difference in other people's lives. So I can guarantee you there are people out there that need your special brand of your story. They need your special brand of healing. They need that connection with you. Yeah. And it's possible. So possible. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that there. Hayley, are you still here? Oh, it's been a big one. I've got 4 people live. Ali, Natasha. I can see. Okay, if you are still here, you're very welcome, Natasha. If you are still here, oh, Hayley is perfect. So maybe it's just playing tricks on me. All right. If you're still here and you are waiting for your reading, please just put a heart or something in the comments so that I can adjust my list. All right. Ashley's still here, and Maggie's still here, and I can see Ali, you're still here. Starting to fade. Alright. I am not going to use those cards for you, Hayley. Oh, it has been such a powerful session today. See, this is how spirit gets messages through to me as well, right? Because it's all channeled, and then I just start talking away. So a lot of it's like, okay, I'm listening. All right, Hayley. Yes, it definitely has. Okay, divine guidance. It says, search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Consider alternative approach. Okay. So 3 of Gabrielle. It says, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So, this is about a direction change for you as well, Hayley. And it's changing direction towards something that means something to you, that really means something to you. So I want to say, if you're not sure, ask the people around you, or seek out a mentor or something along those lines that will help you take those steps, right? Help you see the different approach, the alternative approach. So you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. Hi, Alexandra. I am right on the end of my list right now. So I'm reading for those who have been here with me for most of the live stream, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not taking any new names down at the moment. But I do have my paid readings, my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings are on special for January. They're only $50 Australian. So if you are looking for a more in-depth reading, please check out the link in the description of this live stream. Or if you go into my page and onto my website, I have mini readings as well if you want something a little bit shorter. Something a little bit more now, right? So, Hayley, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So it's a matter of just calling things in for yourself. Making the decision to change direction, or to not even change direction, it's just to do things differently. You don't have to do things the same way as it's always been. It's about taking the new approach. It's about doing it a different way, yeah? And more in alignment with your intuition, your inner knowing, right? Card at the bottom is the 4 of Raphael that says, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So, it's time to shift things towards something that means more to you, that has more meaning to you, should I say. When you make that shift, seek out guidance from people around you that know more about the direction that you're heading into or the approach that you're trying to take, for guidance, not for them to tell you how to do it, all right? Because only you know how to do it. And then set the intention of what it is that you're trying to create. Write goals, make a plan, yeah? Even if it doesn't go to plan, at least you've got that all written down. So optimistic plans that turn out as expected. When you continue to choose from that space of intuition, trust, yeah? When you allow yourself to do the alternative approach and you keep making those decisions and keep moving forward, taking action, it's going to move really quickly, yeah? It's just about allowing yourself to choose that different approach because it's a little bit unorthodox. It's not really mainstream and people will question you, all right? But do it anyway. Do it anyway because what you want is there for you, all right? All right. Maggie, Ali, and Ashley, I want to read for you 3. Let me just reset because I'm really starting to fade. Okay. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Hayley, for being part of it. And I hope that you got so much more out of it than just the reading that I just gave you. Yeah. Because I know we're right at the end and I'm a little bit... Okay, Meg. Okay. All right. Sorry, distracted. Council of Light. Divine orchestration. Help us in the subtle realms. So, everything that you're working towards is going to come into fruition, Meg. It's just a matter of divine timing. So what it is that you are, whatever it is that you are working towards, it's already done in the others, right? It's already done. It's just a matter of taking those steps and allowing it to come into fruition in the physical world. But continue to take action on your intuition, right? Because Spirit are guiding us and they're helping us out, but they can only do so much. We still need to take action. This is it, right? It says Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So it's embracing and embodying Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. All right? You've got these beautiful, warm, calm, nurturing, really quite divine feminine presence about you, Meg, that I don't feel like you really trust or even understand or accept the reality of that, yeah, and the power that you have within that. So being around you is like being wrapped in a warm blanket. Yeah, a warm blanket of love. Well, that makes me want to cry. Okay. So allow yourself the permission to wrap people in your warm blanket of love. Yeah. So take a break card, get off the treadmill, right? And this is about stepping outside of societal norms, stepping outside of the expectation of those that are around you or of society, yeah, and embracing your energy of the warm hug blanket of love, right? Oh, look, and it says, how can you mother yourself? So again, this is about, so I want to say mothering your inner child, yeah? So still continuing to do that inner child work. Opening yourself up to that, the more that you can learn how to nurture yourself, the more you'll be open to nurturing others. And part of who you are and part of what your purpose is nurturing others. It's nurturing and mothering and mothering. Nurturing, that doesn't sound right. Mothering, that sounds like smothering, doesn't it? But that's part of who you are. And it's part of your purpose. And you will help people and you will heal people by nurturing yourself and loving yourself enough to be able to wrap everyone else around you within that warm blanket of love that you have. That is your energy. That is who you are. That is your true soul self, right? But the way you do it is not going to be the way everyone thinks. And who you are is not what is not within everyone's expectations either. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. There is no shame there, yeah? It should be embraced and celebrated, yeah? So take that confidence out into the world and share your beautiful energy with everybody. Okay, Ali. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here today. All right, Ali. Excuse me. Okay, so Ali, the first thing that comes to mind is that you have nothing to prove, right? You have nothing to prove. Okay. It's a very masculine energy, right? I feel like you're facing the world with a very masculine energy. Alright. Ooh, look at that. That's very feminine, isn't it? Look, goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. So I know this is something that you're working on, right? But I feel like you need to do it in a softer manner. Yeah? not this is what I got to do, this is what I got to do. If I do this, then, you know, blah, blah, blah. It feels very like... So how can you be more gentle? What are the feminine traits that that you fear? Being vulnerable, being nurturing, maybe not nurturing, being open, right? So having the open heart and being open to receiving as well is very feminine energy. So I want to say, how well do you receive a compliment? Do you give gratitude and then go, oh, well, I believe that, right? What else have we got here? Okay. This is starting to make a little bit more sense. Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests. Take to the universe. Right, let's see what else we've got here. Polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understanding the laws of polarity. So I don't know how long you've been with us, Ali, but this has been a really powerful live stream. So I really do recommend that you go back and watch it from the start. Through everyone's readings, there's been so many powerful messages that I think would just really resonate with you. That are for you, right? So I feel like you've really empowered yourself over the last year or two, right? And that's been your intention. It's been about taking your power back and taking your life back and, you know, making choices for you and all of that. But it kind of feels like you've been just trying to prove something, and you don't have to prove anything. All of these amazing, wonderful things are waiting for you. You just need to decide what it is that you want and then be open to receiving them, yeah? So the shadow side, that's that negative voice in your head. That's all of it's time to address the wounds, yeah? It's time to address the hurts. And by address, I mean just let those feelings out. Just let, and again, when I say let them out, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to voice it to anyone specific, right? You just need to give yourself permission to feel those feelings, to feel those, to think those thoughts, and then move on. Because, like I said earlier, your thoughts are not who you are. And having all of these negative feelings and anger doesn't make you a bad person. Makes you hurt on the inside, but it doesn't make you a bad person. And when we're hurting on our heart, it stops us from presenting ourselves from that open and loving space, that divine feminine space, right? So, still a little bit more work left to do. Unfortunately, that is what life is about, right? There's always something to address and always something to move through, but only to make life better, right? Okay, so the card at the bottom says partnership. It says teamwork will give you better results. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. So this feels like it's time to ask for help. Yeah, I don't know whether you're seeing a counsellor or something a little bit more holistic. Somatic dance therapy comes to mind because that's a way of moving your energy through your body and your feelings through your body without actually having to voice anything. Yes, I feel like in order to get to the core of what it is that you need to release, you will need help with it. And I don't want to say professional, like a professional healer or someone who works in healing, and trust the guidance towards the person. Ask the universe, can you show me who can help me with this? And then be open to the universe showing you signs in which direction to move into. So Because this is the year for it, right? This is the year for it. Just letting go of all the bullshit, letting go of all of the pain and the hurt and the frustration and the wounds. Yeah. All right, Ashley with an E, you are my lucky last. You are my lucky last, and lucky because I so desperately need to go to the toilet. Thank you to everyone who shared the live stream today. Thank you to everyone who showed up and allowed me into your energy to give such a huge and powerful healing, really, today, for all of us, myself included. I'm glad. I was going to book a float to do after this, because I got floats. I got the some floats. My mum bought me 3 floats for Christmas. I don't know if you know what they are. They're saltwater pod things where you go and float for an hour. Oh, I love that for you, Ali. Well done. Congratulations. It's so brave to ask for help, but it's so brave to recognise that it's time to do something more and that you can't do it by yourself. Because, you know, if you're anything like me, I'm like, well, I'll just do it myself, right? I can move through this. I don't need any help. But sometimes we need help. And that's beautiful. Yeah? All right. Ashley, what cards am I going to use? I'm going to just use the Healing Hearts because they have been my cards today. Yeah, it feels like taking a more holistic approach. So maybe a holistic counsellor, someone that works with energy as well as emotions, something that's not talk therapy specifically, excuse me, because it's energetic that you need to shift as well. And I want to say, like, someone that doesn't know your story as well, like someone that's not part of what you've been through would probably be more beneficial as well. Someone new and fresh. Yeah. All right, Ashley with an E. Unseen heart. You are significant. Oh, that makes me want to cry. You are significant. You matter. You more than matter. You are... Okay, let's see what else we've got. Remorseful heart. Forgive and move ahead. So we really are going through this massive shift of shedding all of those beliefs that have been holding us back for so long, yeah? Shedding those feelings of insignificance, shedding the fear around acceptance, shedding the fear of rejection, forgiving ourselves or develop self-love, right? So Ashley, again, please go back to the start of this live stream. If you've got time, I know it's over 2 hours, but if you've got time to listen through, 100% recommend it. It's been so powerful, where there have been so many significant and necessary messages that have helped everybody, yeah, that's been on today. So, rejected heart, transfer heartbreak into inner strength. So it's time for you to stop holding on to all those feelings of rejection and disappointment and unworthiness and insignificance, right? Everything that you have been through has been a lesson and an opportunity to collect wisdom, understanding, insight, healing, all those tools, right? And it's all been part of your purpose, part of your path, because it's part of your purpose. Yeah. And the next step is to believe that you are lovable, that you are loved, that you are love, right? And without conditions. And the only person whose opinion of you that matters is yours. So, forgive yourself for everything that you've been through. Forgive yourself for every bad decision that you made. Forgive yourself for life not turning out the way that you thought it would. Yeah? And forgive yourself for the decisions that you still need to make, that you know you need to make, that you've been putting off as well, because you don't feel like you're significant. You are significant. You are spectacular. You are worthy. You are needed. You are necessary. You are light, and you are love. And anyone who tells you any different is fucking stupid, and their opinion doesn't matter. That was harsh. So use the heartbreak, use the lessons, use all of that to build your strength, and remember how powerful you are, how amazing you are. Please go back and watch his whole live stream. I think you will just get everything that you need out of it. All right, I need to go to the toilet. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be part of this process for you. Like I said, if you've shared this live stream, then your name has gone onto my list for the draw for the mini reading at the end of the month. And my Whispering Wisdom Oracle readings are $50 for the month of January. I have a ton of spaces opened up, so you can book straight in and get a reading pretty much straight away. So, yeah, super excited to see what 2024 brings for us. Yeah, let's see where it takes us, right? All right, so big love to you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all again really, really soon.